All right, folks. Second half of a new trading session this evening. It's 11:06. Still trying to get this dumb chat figured out. Anyway, just kind of looking at the markets, looking at Nasdaq specifically. Been sitting underneath the VWAP, just kind of hanging out by all three of these levels. Um, the green is the 21, the blue is the 50, and this is the 200. Just kind of going a little bit sideways at the moment. We're on a 1 minute chart. Still down 53 points on this evening session. We've got two stochastics here. This is a 9.3 and this is a 1060. Um, this is also a delta, cumulative delta, which kind of gives us an idea of the volume. So I changed some things up a little bit, and I realized that uh, typically I trade, try to in the morning, but in the evening time things move a lot slower. So I kind of changed my profit and stop loss targets. So I'm gonna do a typical nine tick profit and a 21 tick stop, but I'm going 5 contracts and I'll leave a runner. So um, we'll have four that cash out at the 9 tick mark, and then we'll just leave a runner. But honestly, I'm just trying to get this chat to work. It's not working. All right. So again, if we kind of look at where things have gone, it's been a little bit sideways for the most part. No real movement. I guess we can put some small marks in here. Just about where we've got some support and resistance bands. I don't really. I guess there's some channels going on here. Can mark these up. Matches, uh, more like that. So let's just see. Okay, so we're almost on the 9.3 right here. This stochastic, we're overbought, trying to come down. The 1060 is continuing to rise. Once that gets above 80, and if this also gets above 80, then look for different shorts that you can take, especially if there's like a divergence. And when I say divergence, I mean that let's just say like this, for example, widen this out. This right here topped out at I'm just going to go off the last 27 quarter. However, this entry right here was a little bit lower, but this topped out at 28.50, 28.75. So it was a little higher. So there's a little bit of a divergence there. So in other words, if I mark this up, this is going up like that. And This is a itty bitty little divergence right there. But to me, that's a little bit too small. The fact is that we're up close to the overbought area, so it would have been probably a cool move to go short for 9 ticks. So let's just see what happens here. Kind of a consolidation area right here. No real movement. Let me just kind of pack that in. Let me move this back so let's keep it out of the way. But again, um, all these moving averages are just kind of together right here. Nothing's getting separated. So what I like to see is this thing moving down in an oversold state and this thing moving up. So I'm just going to take a flyer and I'm going to try to squeak out 9 to the upside because we're so high down here on the this lower 1060 and this is now below the 20 mark. So let's just see what happens. Would like to see this kind of rise back up, get filled at 4. We'll leave a runner just because this thing's so high. No, it's not quite at 80, but it is on the rise. And watch this be a channel we just break out of and get stopped out of. But hey, that's how it goes. You got to take your winners with your losers. If you're afraid, if you have the mindset that you're gonna win every trade, then it's just not for you. Just gotta understand you're gonna take heat, and sometimes you're just gonna take stops. It's just that's just how it goes. The other thing that's kind of helping us out here is VWAP's up here, and that's usually a magnet. Um, but if you go towards looking at stochastics and combining that with VWAP or yeah VWAP and the delta, you see buyers come in and hopefully you can kind of see it push up. Um, again at this time of night, it's not real prevalent, but you've also got this 9-3 that's oversold, so you're thinking your mindset should be all right. Typically if it's oversold, you want to see it bounce up, just like this, just like this. And especially whenever your 1060 is up so high near the 80 level. So hopefully, we get a few more ticks. It's 23.25. We just need four more ticks and we can get filled on the 4 and then hopefully watch this 9-3 rise up and take out that 80 level. Okay, so we got filled for the 4 and now I'm just going to go minus underneath this candle right here. So it's minus, what is that, 5 ticks. So let's see how it goes. No matter what, we're in a winning trade. And as far as this profit target goes, you could set this thing way up here at VWAP. Realistically, what I would do is probably let this 9-3 run all the way up here to the 80 and then look to get out or at least move my stop to break even where I got in. But we'll keep an eye on it. Again, we're at all these different moving averages here. So, you know, most likely it's going to just stay hovering around here. You may get up here, but you never know. Maybe there's a breakout. Either way, it's a free trade. It's a winning profitable trade. You took 4 contracts that made 9 ticks, and you just want to see this thing run. But we'll watch this guy to see where a potential exit will be. But you can also just follow it up. But you do want to give it a little bit of breathing room. You know how NASDAQ is. It just wants to shake you out no matter what. It's just part of the game. And buyers are starting to come through. You can see that on Delta a little bit. So now I feel more comfortable, definitely coming within, um, getting above or at my entry. And we do have that kind of that trend line I drew from earlier. But now the whole goal is if this thing runs, you just want to let it run. But see this? We're hitting the top, we're hitting over 80, getting to overbought area. So at this point, you want to look to start to get out and you want to find a place, to kind of set some more profits. So I'm just going to put my stop loss, not, it's not a stop loss, but it's a trailing stop at this point and see if it can run. But most likely you're going to get taken out. But that was a good trade. So let's see. Let's calculate that because I took some bad trades earlier as I was messing with this thing and trying to get it set up. Okay, so we took 4 contracts and we made 9 ticks on each. So that was $180. And then this is where we're at with the remaining contract. So it looks like, let's see, we got 22, 26. So there's at least another $50, but let's see if we can get up to VWAP. So right now we're at plus 180. And believe it or not, just sitting and having a room like this, it helps me trade immensely because I explain everything. If I do, sometimes when I do this on my own, I just, um, I take foolish trades and there's no rhyme or reason to it sometimes. So let's just see, type out, let's get a text line in here somewhere. So we got plus 180 with a runner. And that was right here. It's been a while since I've done this. So we got long right here whenever this kind of matched up with it. So this fell below. We were very high up here on the 1060. The 9.3 stochastic fell below the 80, so or the 20, so it was oversold. We got in right here, and we're just watching this thing run. Hopefully, it can get up to the VWAP. So we got 4 contracts in. We made what did we make? We made 9 ticks because that's what I have my ATM strategy set up as, and hopefully this thing can keep running up to the VWAP. They've got a little bit of resistance right here across right here. So we don't know exactly what to expect. And we don't actually have to, set a profit target here. I mean, if this thing runs, it could just run and run. But you also have to consider that this guy right here, this 9.3, he's already overbought. He's probably going to look to come back sometime. So I'm just going to play this up and keep locking in a little bit more profits. I know this is stupid to do for a lot of people because you want to maximize your profits. But it's at nighttime, and I honestly don't see us getting anywhere close to um, up to this area because there's so much resistance here. So, all right. So yeah, we're probably gonna get stopped out with another 100. It should be like $120 gain. So we'll do 180. It's kind of messy. Well, once we get out of this trade, honestly, if it comes back down, it, this being overbought, uh, it's gonna take this guy out. But it was a good trade. So now would be your exit point. I just like to see it get hit. You know, let's see, we're at 22, 29. So it's at $140. So it'd be 180 plus 140 if we get taken out, which is most likely going to happen. It's a $320 gain, which is good. So I started on this R Trader. Sorry, R Trader. I use Rhythmic, and I started an Apex account, a 250K account, but I got two of them, and I'm using the Replicanto, and I'm trading this across two accounts. So I want to see what it actually takes to get to. All right, I'm gonna take profits here at VWAP. Actually, let's go a little above VWAP up to this resistance area. Yeah. So profit target is 15,000, and stop loss or trailing stop is 6,500. And I took a couple of bad trades earlier today just because I was messing around. Oh, and you know what? Because I wasn't concentrating, um, I didn't have my replicanto set up correctly. That's okay because one of the losses I took was a bad loss and it didn't replicate, so that was good. All right. Um, so uh, all right, I was messing with something else. I didn't see what I actually stopped out at, but regardless, I know we're up 320 on that trade. So I'm just gonna type in total 320. And this, I mean, it looks like there's still buyers still in control, so it looks like it's gonna go up and touch VWAP. So now here's another situation. Um, when we get up here to VWAP, And if this thing diverges enough, this 9.3, if this diverges enough, this would actually be a good time to short here. So this is overbought territory up above the 20 or the 80 rather on the 1060. This is also up above the 80 on the 9.3 stochastic. And if there's, see how this is kind of diverging where this is starting to go down, this is rising a little bit. I'm going to try and take a quick short here. Yeah. Let's see. So we're at 34. Yeah, that would be right around stop loss up here at this resistance level up here. I might want to take it up here. But you may not get in. You just don't know how Nasdaq's moving. But see, this is equal to the high, and this is diverging lower. This is overbought, so it looks like it's going to, you know, kind of take a short. But it's kind of a guess where you get in at. Let's see if we get filled, and then again, we're just looking for 4 ticks on the south side. Yeah, see, we probably should have, you know, I got it. I mean, most likely, most of the time, it's going to come up here and hit VWAP. I mean, it's just like a given. And this is kind of diverging, going the other way. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to pull in my stop a little bit. It's probably stupid, but I'm just trying to get the 9 ticks I need to get filled here. It's in a divergence. We knew that it was going to hit VWAP. So now we're hoping it just comes down here, fills 9 ticks, and this continues to go down. But it's weird, you can see buyers are still in control. I don't see many red candles here, but let's just see how we do. Just for a quick scalp. So you see how this is angling up, and this 9.3 is angling down. That's a little bit of a divergence. I'm just going to move this down a little bit further, get it out of the way. That's a runner. It's kind of a nice to have. What I'm afraid of is this divergence isn't going to follow through because VWAP's up here. And okay, cool. So we got filled on those 4. So I'm coming back. I'm coming back to break even because this thing's either going to go south. I'll give it a little bit of room, and I'll take a little bit of loss on that because we got filled. So let's just see if this guy can follow through and come down back below our 20 area. But with 60-10 is getting pretty high, and buyers are still there. So let's see how far down it can come. It's trying to angle up, but we're still in profits no matter what. So that's another $180 win. So 180, and we've got one contract. Again, that's 5 contracts I put on. And the way that I put my set my ATM strategy is 9 ticks for a profit, 21 for a loss. And we're at 34.50 and 35 quarter. So, uh-oh, well, it's getting a little crazy. So maybe some sellers are trying to come through to pop this thing down. All right, so this is a good sign where it's starting to point down now. Yeah, this is a good sign. So let's see how far we can come down. I'm just gonna put that runner way down there, but I'm coming back to break even because I guarantee all of these moving averages are going to play into this. It's going to pop back up, and then who knows? I could lose this $70 profit, but it may have the power to get through it because of this 9-3 right here. This thing angling down with this going up with the divergence. I don't know where my target would be other than when this guy gets all the way down to the 20 level. Once I see that, then I'm going to move um, my stop down to what makes sense. But yeah, you see how it hit that 21? Now it's popping back up. I was hoping it would have kind of blew through it and at least come down here to this 200 moving average. But yeah, they're all like right here, so I'm not counting on anything. But we know we made at least $180 on this second trade, which let's just put a little mark in here. We got short right there. It's hard to see. But that VWAP guy right there. Anyway, so we got short right there. I wish there was a better way to annotate this. And the same with this, because whenever we got long down here, I think we got long right here. We took a little bit of heat, but it wasn't enough to take us out. And then it just kind of flew up. And that was because of this. So I can put a little mark there. You see, oops, oop, right here. So we got long there. And then we got short here because of a divergence, basically, right there. And to kind of line this out. Yeah, so this thing, the sellers really aren't coming through here. Again, it's it hit that man, that 21 EMA is it's pretty solid. All right. But I mean, this could be another short entry right here. Gets up the VWAP, and if this thing is still diverging, um, heading down, it could be, could be another short position. I'm not going to get short again because I just made two trades. So that's 320. All right, I'm out there. So 320 plus another 180. So that's 500. I'll add a different note here. So this is plus 180, but runner taken out. Oh, plus 500 overall. So again, if anybody's joining, what I'm doing is I'm doing a Apex 250K combine at the moment with two accounts using Replicanto to replicate the trades. And I'm going to take my time, but you can see I made two stupid trades whenever I was first setting this up, just because I haven't done this in a while. And I kind of want to get back into it, but you can see that my profit is a loss of 935. That's because I took two really bad trades, wasn't really paying attention, and I was trying to get things set up, which honestly I don't really care because you get a $6,500 drawdown, and the profit target is 15K to get through the combine. So I'm gonna take my time. Probably gonna trade in the evenings. I'll be doing these live sessions anywhere between 7 and this time, probably midnight, just to see how I do. It's kind of a, I don't know, competition with myself. I feel like I trade better whenever I'm doing annotations, talking to people, and explaining what's going on. This is another good short right here. Right here would be good. But the problem is that I see is this 60-10 or 10-60 stochastic is way above the 80, which honestly it says, okay, it says one of two things. It says one of two things, that this is a really strong uptrend, um, but also this right here, this divergence with this going up, it means that it wants to come down. So I can't tell much from Delta. It's just so slim right here. And you can't, so volume's not really giving me much. It would have been a good trade if I hadn't been anyone in any, but I'm up 400, 500 right now. So this would have been a good trade right here as well, but I didn't take it. And now look at it. Now look at it fall. So this is where I was talking about. This guy is going to come down below the 20, and that's where you start to look to get out whenever you're short. As soon as it passes below that 20, that's where you would look to get out. But what I'm doing is I'm using a ATM strategy, which is 5 contracts with 9 tick profits, four with a 9 tick profit, and then a runner as far as you want it to go. But stop loss is at 21, and this is on a minute time frame, minute candles. And so these were the two trades that I took right here. Oh, there you go. That guy and this guy. Yeah, see, so this is really a um this would have been a really good short right here at right at VWAP. And you can see that it's passed down below. So I would look to be getting out anywhere, like I'd have a trailer, but I'd have that stop like here at 33. And if it goes down, it keeps going down, great. But I just don't see that happening. Um, because it's, you know how the Nasdaq is, it's going to shake you out somehow. It's going to pop up here, and I mean it's overall in the past uh hour or so, it's in an uptrend. So you know you can see the, you can kind of see the See the dill here. See the channel. I gotta get rid of some of these other channel lines. So this is actually another long situation right here. And screw it, I'm just gonna take it. When you're stuck and embedded up in this 91 area right here, or above 90, and on the 1060, and you get here on the 9.3 stochastic, and you get it below the 20, it's pretty much below. Or you come to another situation to where you're in a channel coming down to the bottom of a channel. This starts to rise a little bit. Since this is embedded up here above 80 and this comes down below 20, I would look to get long. I'll see what happens. I it looks like there's somebody. Okay, day trader. I don't know what is going on with this chat, but this chat sucks. I see day trader made a comment. What a great deal. Um, all right, let's see what happens here. Uh, this is it's not where I wanted it to be. Um, I'm not gonna blow all of these profits on this one trade, but this is kind of a divergence. But sellers are coming through. Let's see if this little trend line can hold up. I'm not going to give it much play. So I should have waited. I should have waited for this to come down a little bit further. So, and I've got a pretty tight stop here. It's probably a stupid trade, but yeah, because I'm going to get taken out, and it really should come down to this 50. I think I might just get out of this because I got into a wrong spot. I got it into a bad spot. I'm only gonna, yeah. Okay, so I just kind of got out of that. I took a couple of ticks profit, um, and I'm bringing this back up and just break, get out of you. I'm not even counting that as a win. Um, it was a bad entry. I should have waited for this to come back down, probably to the 50 line. This should have. It needs to be underneath the 20, which it was at the time, but it didn't close there. You could see right there, it didn't close there. So now would be, um, if this thing were to come further down in here, down towards the 50, and this guy stays up above 80 down here, then I would look to get long. But I'm not going to risk it because it's not doing what I want it to do. Yeah, see, there it is. All right, so it came down to the 50. This is gonna It could bounce, but I don't see a divergence here, and I'm not gonna risk anything. So I'm just going to keep this as is. This was kind of I'll just call it a break even trade because I did make a couple of ticks out of it, but it's not something that I wanted to get into. This is more like it, but it took too long to come down here because now you've got the 1060 starting to point down. You've hit the 500, which could be a good long situation, but I don't see it being that way just yet. So I'm gonna stay out. I've made the 500, and that's what I wanted to make. So all right, I need to figure out what the heck is going on with chat because I can't respond. I can't make the chat bigger. How in the world do I even? It's not letting me adjust the size of this. Oh, here we go. Okay. So it says past 250K in 2 days and just activated it for 37. What a great deal. Okay. Yeah, yeah, that is a good deal. That's the same one I'm on as the 250K with Apex. And I have two accounts. Um, and I'm replicating the trades with Replicanto. This is kind of I don't know, it's a situation that I want to make sure I'm flat on everything. Okay. Yeah, so it's just kind of a situation I wanted to test myself and test my trades while being online and doing this publicly because it helps me track and uh, helps me kind of make better decisions and really sit and think about things. And while I'm discussing this and talking through the whole situation, it just helps me and makes the trades work better. And it has. I mean, right now so this second session for today, I just started. I started earlier, but I had issues with chat and different things like that. Um, kind of trying to get this YouTube software together. Um, but two trades. The first one, it ran a little bit, so I had a total of 320 on that. And then the second trade was 180. I also had a runner, but I put it at even and just got taken out. So overall, is a um, $500 win between the two trades. And I think that I'm gonna call it a night. Let's see. But this Replicanto software works really well. Move this down here. Yeah, got a little space down here. So again, what I do is I set my ATM strategy with I'm trading 5 contracts because it's a 250K combine. So 5 contracts, take profit at 9 ticks, stop loss is 21 ticks. Um, the first 4 contracts get peeled off at the 9 tick mark, and then I set the other one to be further out. I think it's out 21 or something like that for profit, but I'll extend that to where I see, you know, it's just going to be a runner. I want to see a situation to where I'm going to actually see resistance or a logical place where it's going to hit. Um, and then I'll basically follow trail the trail the price action with a stop to lock in profits. So anyway, all right, that's gonna wrap it for me today. It's already 11:50 Central. We did two trades right here, right here. They were both profitable. This would have been another good one. I did get into a trade here, but I shouldn't have. And I made a few ticks and I got out, so I'm not counting that as a win. This is kind of a stupid um, overreaction. I thought this was further down, and it wasn't. I wanted to see that 930 stochastic come down underneath the 20, and it wasn't. So this is why doing this live really helps me, and I like to do it in the evening time. So anyway, I'll check in tomorrow, anywhere between the times of seven and midnight, probably. So hope you all have a good evening, and we'll talk to you next time.